Introducing the Kawasaki Corleo, a groundbreaking fusion of robotics and motorcycle engineering designed to revolutionize off-road mobility. With its 4 robotic legs equipped with adaptive hooves, it mimics natural walking movements and effortlessly tackles rugged terrains from grass to gravel. Powered by a 150cc hydrogen engine, the Corleo combines eco-friendly innovation with robust performance, demonstrating the future potential of sustainable energy. Riders control it through intuitive, horseback-inspired movements, delivering a uniquely immersive experience. Debuting at the Osaka Expo 2025, Kawasaki's Corleo is set to redefine personal mobility, showcasing hydrogen's promise in transforming transportation for a greener tomorrow. The Intball 2, developed by JAXA, is a sophisticated free-flying camera robot engineered to enhance efficiency aboard the International Space Station ISS. Equipped with advanced navigation software, improved propulsion systems, and high-resolution 4K-capable cameras, Intball 2 autonomously captures photos and videos, reducing astronauts' workload for documentation tasks. It can maneuver precisely within the station's confined spaces, ensuring optimal data collection without human intervention. Additionally, Intball 2 serves as a platform for technological experiments, enabling external users to integrate and test new software. This cutting-edge robotic innovation not only streamlines activities aboard the ISS, but also paves the way for future advancements in space exploration and robotics. Unitree's G1 humanoid robot is a groundbreaking innovation in robotics, blending agility, precision, and versatility. Standing at 1.32 meters tall and weighing 35 kilograms, the G1 features 23 degrees of freedom, enabling dynamic movements like walking, running, and even performing acrobatics such as side flips. Equipped with advanced sensors, including 3 DLI, DAR, and depth cameras, it achieves 360-degree environmental awareness, making it suitable for tasks in research, industry, and potentially hazardous environments. Its 3-fingered, dexterous hands allow for precise object manipulation, while its 9,000 milliamp-hour battery ensures up to 2 hours of operation. With a starting price of $16,000, the G1 is positioned as an accessible platform for robotics research and development, showcasing the future of humanoid robotics. The Dive XL, developed by Anduril Industries, is an extra-large autonomous underwater vehicle, XL AUV, designed for long-range and long-duration missions. With a modular and open systems architecture, it can carry multiple payloads, including large and complex ones, making it highly adaptable for tasks like seabed surveys, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, ISR, and even strike missions. Powered by an all-electric drivetrain, it can operate underwater for extended periods without surfacing, enhancing its stealth and operational flexibility. Its compact design allows for easy transportation and deployment from various platforms, including ships and piers. Dive XL is setting new standards in maritime autonomy, offering unmatched versatility and endurance for both defense and commercial applications. Lab-grown meat, the lab-grown meat, also called cultivated or cultured meat, is changing everything we know about how meat is produced. Instead of raising and slaughtering animals, this process involves collecting animal cells and nurturing them in a nutrient-rich, controlled environment until they grow into real meat. No cruelty, no compromise. The benefits are huge: dramatically lower greenhouse gas emissions, reduced land and water usage, and the ability to meet global protein demands more sustainably. It offers the same taste, texture, and nutritional value as traditional meat, but with a fraction of the environmental footprint. Major food companies and governments around the world are racing to scale up this technology, and soon lab-grown meat might be a regular item in your grocery store or even your favorite restaurant. It's not science fiction. It's the future of food, and it's happening right now. ClearSpace, a Swiss startup, is spearheading efforts to tackle the escalating problem of space debris. In collaboration with the European Space Agency, ESA, they are developing the ClearSpace 1 mission, aiming to be the first to actively remove debris from Earth's orbit. Initially set to capture the Vega secondary payload, adapter Vespa left in orbit since 2013, the mission's target shifted to the Proba 1 satellite due to unforeseen circumstances. Swiss watchmaker Omega has partnered with ClearSpace, becoming the first private entity to support this groundbreaking initiative. The mission is slated for launch in the second half of 2026 aboard a Vega C rocket. This collaboration highlights the increasing role of public-private partnerships in ensuring the sustainability of space activities. The Boeing Recoverable Launch Booster was an ambitious concept developed by Boeing in the 1960s as part of the effort to reduce the costs of launching spacecraft into orbit. The design featured a double-body structure with a specialized booster stage designed to be reused. The concept used a combination of rocket engines for the initial ascent and a set of turbofan engines for the return flight. Once the spacecraft had been launched into space, the booster would separate and then engage its turbofan engines for a controlled return to Earth, where it would land on a runway for refurbishment and reuse. This concept, while promising, was ultimately never built or flown, as advancements in other space technologies and shifting priorities led to its cancellation. However, the Boeing Recoverable Launch Booster helped pave the way for future reusable rocket concepts. Kawasaki's Alice system is a groundbreaking step toward the future of smart mobility. Designed to debut at the Osaka Kansai Expo in 2025, Alice stands for accessible linkages for innovative and comfortable experiences, and it's all about seamless travel. Imagine stepping into a sleek, compact Alice cabin that carries you through city streets, then docks into a train, boards a ferry, or even attaches to a plane, without you ever leaving your seat. Each cabin seats up to 4 people and is powered by hydrogen fuel, making it clean, green, and futuristic. At the heart of it is Kawasaki's innovative OCU VOID power unit, born from their motorcycle engine tech. This isn't just a concept, it's a bold vision for a future where transportation is smooth, sustainable, and fully interconnected. Area Gen 2 is Meta's next-generation smart glasses, designed to advance research in AI, machine perception, and robotics. Building on the original Project Aria, these glasses feature upgraded sensors, including RGB cameras, spatial microphones, eye-tracking sensors, and SLAM cameras for precise positional awareness. New additions like a heart rate monitoring PPG sensor and a contact microphone enhance usability and accessibility, particularly for blind and low-vision individuals. With on-device AI capabilities for speech recognition, hand tracking, and simultaneous localization and mapping, SLAM, Area Gen 2 offers 6 to 8 hours of active use and a lightweight, foldable design. This innovative device is a significant step forward in wearable technology, paving the way for future advancements in accessibility and AI-driven applications. The Aeronova airships represent a new era in aeronautics, focusing on innovative designs for passenger and cargo transportation. These next-generation airships are designed to be environmentally friendly, cost-effective, and capable of long-duration, year-round flights. Utilizing advanced materials and patented technologies, Aeronova airships feature semi-rigid structures, mechanized mooring systems, and the ability to land on small pads or water. They aim to revolutionize air travel by offering sustainable solutions for various industries, including logistics, tourism, and emergency services. With a strong emphasis on safety, efficiency, and versatility, Aeronova is paving the way for the future of airship technology. The Sukhjwan W-51 Mustang 1 is a state-of-the-art ultralight aircraft inspired by the iconic P-51 Mustang of World War II. This 70% scale replica combines timeless design with modern innovations, featuring a carbon fiber structure, retractable landing gear, and a Garmin G3X glass cockpit for advanced avionics. Powered by a turbocharged Rotax 916IS engine, the SW51 delivers exceptional performance with a climb rate of over 2,000 feet per minute and a cruising speed of 216 knots. With its authentic details, including simulated rivets and a Merlin engine sound system, the SW51 blends aviation heritage with cutting-edge technology, offering an exhilarating and unique flying experience. NASA's Mars Sample Return (MSR) mission, in collaboration with the European Space Agency (ESA), aims to bring Martian rock, soil, and atmospheric samples back to Earth for comprehensive analysis. The mission involves multiple steps. The Perseverance rover collects and caches samples on Mars. A future lander will retrieve these samples and launch them into Martian orbit. Then, an orbiter will capture the sample container and return it to Earth. This complex campaign seeks to provide unprecedented insights into Mars geology and potential signs of past life. However, the mission faces challenges, including escalating costs estimated at around $10 billion and potential delays pushing the sample return to the late 2030s. To address these issues, NASA is exploring partnerships with private aerospace companies to streamline the mission and reduce expenses. AST Space Mobile is on a mission to revolutionize global communication by creating the world's first space-based cellular broadband network that connects directly to everyday smartphones. No special hardware needed. Using advanced satellites like Blue Walker 3 with a massive 693 square foot antenna, and the upcoming Bluebird satellites, AST has already made history with the first ever space-based voice call and 5G connection from space using an unmodified phone. Partnering with giants like AT&T and Vodafone, the company is working to eliminate connectivity gaps across land, sea, and air, bringing high-speed 4G and 5G coverage to even the most remote corners of the planet. This isn't just innovation, it's a bold step toward truly global mobile connectivity. Smart Swim 2, the next-gen augmented reality goggles that are changing the game for swimmers. These high-tech goggles project real-time metrics like distance, time, and heart rate directly into your line of sight, so you can track performance without ever stopping. With a sleeker design, upgraded eye seals for better comfort, and a built-in heart rate monitor on the strap, they're engineered for peak performance in the water. Compatible with both iOS and Android, swimmers can sync workouts to the Form app and connect with platforms like Strava. Whether you're training for competition or just want smarter swim sessions, the Smart Swim 2 delivers a powerful boost right before your eyes. NeoGamma is an advanced humanoid robot developed by 1X Technologies, designed to seamlessly integrate into home environments and assist with daily tasks. With a soft, 3D-printed nylon knit suit that mimics human movement, NeoGamma offers enhanced performance, reduced noise, and improved safety with tendon-driven joint actuation and soft covers. The robot is powered by advanced neural networks, allowing it to predict actions, walk with a human-like gait, and interact naturally through contextual body language in a custom-built language model. Planned for early home tests in 2025, NeoGamma could revolutionize home robotics with an estimated price range of $20,000 to $30,000. Autonomous transport pods represent the future of sky-high commuting, offering a sleek, innovative solution to the growing challenges of urban congestion. These autonomous pods, designed to travel above city streets, are set to revolutionize how we think about transportation. With their ability to glide along elevated tracks or cable systems, they bypass traffic and provide a fast, efficient, and environmentally friendly mode of transport. The system, like Whoosh, is designed to reduce traffic congestion, lower emissions, and offer a more flexible and affordable commuting option compared to traditional transit. As cities look for smarter ways to move people, autonomous transport pods could soon become a staple in urban mobility, changing the way we commute forever. The Aki K1 is an AI-powered home gym and personal trainer that brings advanced fitness technology into your living space. It features a compact design, folding down to just 0.3 square meters, making it 90% smaller than traditional gym equipment. The system offers over 140 classes and 280 movements, including strength training, Pilates, yoga, and aerobics, catering to diverse fitness goals. Its AI-driven coaching utilizes motion tracking and real-time feedback to create personalized workout plans tailored to your fitness level and objectives. The Aiki K1 also provides comprehensive fitness assessments, monitoring cardiovascular endurance, muscle strength, flexibility, and more, ensuring a holistic approach to your health and wellness journey.
The pace of technological change is relentless. Right now, AI is making decisions faster than humans, 5G is connecting billions of devices in real time, and blockchain is redefining security and finance. These innovations aren't just distant possibilities, they're already here, reshaping industries and daily life. In this video, we'll cover the 20 most important technology trends that are defining the future and changing how we live, work, and do business. Stick around to discover exactly what's driving these shifts and how they're impacting everything from healthcare to entertainment. Number 1. Artificial intelligence and machine learning. Artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML, have quickly become essential to nearly every industry. From personalized healthcare solutions to fraud detection in finance, AI is enabling machines to learn from data and make decisions with minimal human intervention. However, AI isn't without its challenges. Concerns about job automation and algorithmic bias are on the rise. Still, AI's market is booming, expected to reach $190 billion by 2025, with significant advancements in natural language processing, computer vision, and predictive analytics. Number 2. 5G technology. 5G technology promises to be a game changer by delivering ultra-fast internet speeds, low latency, and the ability to connect millions of devices seamlessly. It's going to fuel the future of smart cities, autonomous vehicles, and IoT devices, allowing them to communicate in real time. However, 5G rollout isn't without hurdles. High costs of infrastructure and regulatory issues in some regions have slowed down implementation. By 2026, the 5G market is expected to be valued at $667.90 billion, with the US, China, and South Korea leading the change. The challenge? Cybersecurity risks and data privacy will remain top concerns as more devices become connected. Number 3. Internet of Things, IoT. The Internet of Things, IoT, is all about creating a connected network of physical devices, from smart refrigerators to industrial sensors that collect and exchange data. IoT applications are driving efficiency in industries like healthcare, manufacturing, and transportation, but security vulnerabilities are a growing issue. With more devices getting connected, cyber attacks targeting IoT systems have surged. Despite these challenges, the IoT market is forecasted to reach $1.6 trillion by 2025, making it a pivotal technology in smart homes, cities, and industrial processes. Number 4. Edge computing. Edge computing brings data processing closer to the source of data, reducing the latency and bandwidth issues associated with cloud computing. It's particularly important for time-sensitive applications like self-driving cars and industrial automation, where real-time data processing is critical. The global edge computing market is expected to grow by $4 billion in 2020 to $15.7 billion in 2025, driven by the growing adoption of IoT and the need for faster data processing. The downside? Managing distributed edge networks can be complex and costly, requiring robust infrastructure. Number 5. Blockchain technology. Blockchain is most commonly associated with cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, but its potential goes far beyond that. Blockchain offers a decentralized, secure, and transparent way to record transactions, which is being applied in industries like finance, supply chain management, and healthcare. For instance, blockchain can verify the origin of products and supply chains or ensure the integrity of medical records. But blockchain still faces hurdles. Its energy consumption and scalability are major issues. By 2025, the blockchain market is expected to grow to $39.7 billion, but widespread adoption will depend on overcoming these challenges. Number 6. Augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR. AR and VR are transforming the way we experience the world, offering immersive digital environments in everything from gaming to training simulations. AR overlays digital elements onto the real world, think Pokemon Go, while VR immerses users in a completely virtual space. Industries like real estate and education are adopting these technologies for virtual tours and interactive learning, but the cost of high-end equipment remains a barrier. Despite that, the AR/VR market is projected to reach $209.2 billion by 2025, driven by advancements in hardware and 5G networks. Number 7. Quantum computing. Quantum computing is still in its infancy, but has the potential to revolutionize industries that require massive computational power. Unlike traditional computers, quantum computers use quantum bits, or qubits, which can process a vast number of possibilities simultaneously. This makes quantum computing particularly valuable for solving complex problems in drug discovery, cryptography, and optimization. However, the technology is still experimental, and practical applications are limited by issues like error rates and stability. Despite this, quantum computing is attracting massive investments from companies like Google and IBM, and the market could reach $64.98 billion by 2030. Number 8. Robotic Process Automation, RPA. RPA is about automating repetitive tasks that typically require human intervention, whether it's processing invoices in the finance sector or automating customer service interactions. RPA is transforming how businesses operate. The benefit? Employees can focus on higher value tasks, while software bots handle the mundane stuff. However, RPA implementation comes with high upfront costs and requires maintenance. The RPA market is expected to grow from $1.89 billion in 2020 to $13.74 billion by 2028. But companies must balance automation with potential job losses. Number 9. Enhancing cybersecurity. As cyber attacks grow more sophisticated, cybersecurity technologies are evolving to defend against them. AI-driven threat detection systems, zero-trust architectures, and advanced encryption methods are becoming the new norm. However, keeping up with rapidly evolving threats is a challenge, especially for industries that handle sensitive data like finance and healthcare. The cybersecurity market is expected to reach $248.26 billion by 2024. But the constant need for innovation and adaptation means businesses need to stay vigilant. Number 10. Sustainable technology. Sustainable technology focuses on reducing the environmental impact of industries by leveraging green energy, recycling, and waste management innovations. From solar panels to green manufacturing processes, the focus is on sustainability as regulations tighten globally. But scalability remains a concern. Green technologies often require large initial investments, and the global infrastructure isn't always equipped to handle the shift away from fossil fuels. The sustainable tech market is projected to grow from $36.6 billion by 2027, with industries like transportation, energy, and manufacturing leading the way. Number 11. Human augmentation. Human augmentation is enhancing human abilities through exoskeletons, wearable technology, and brain-computer interfaces. For instance, exoskeletons are helping individuals with mobility challenges walk again, while brain-computer interfaces allow users to control devices with their thoughts. However, concerns around accessibility and privacy remain. The market for human augmentation is expected to grow to $298.5 billion by 2027, driven by demand in healthcare, defense, and personal productivity tools. Number 12. AI-augmented development. AI is now revolutionizing software development by automating code generation, testing, and debugging. Tools like GitHub Copilot suggest code snippets in real time, significantly speeding up the development process. However, developers need to remain cautious, as over-reliance on AI tools could introduce security vulnerabilities. As companies push for faster software delivery, AI-augmented development is becoming essential for maintaining competitiveness. Number 13. Industry cloud platforms. Industry cloud platforms offer tailored solutions for specific industries such as healthcare, finance, and manufacturing. These platforms provide specialized tools to meet regulatory compliance requirements while boosting operational efficiency. For example, healthcare cloud platforms streamline patient data management and support care coordination. However, the challenge lies in ensuring data security and interoperability between platforms. The market for industry cloud platforms is expected to reach $83 billion by 2025. Number 14. Smart apps. Smart apps leverage AI and machine learning to provide personalized user experiences and automate tasks. These apps are being used across sectors like finance, healthcare, and retail to improve customer engagement and operational efficiency. For example, smart investment apps offer tailored financial advice, while healthcare apps assist in diagnostics. However, data privacy remains a concern as these apps collect sensitive user information. The market for smart apps is projected to grow to $62.4 billion by 2025. Number 15. Democratize generative AI. Generative AI, which creates new content like text, images, or music, is becoming more accessible. This trend is enabling businesses and individuals to leverage powerful AI tools without needing deep technical expertise. Tools like DALL-E are already transforming marketing, entertainment, and design. However, as generative AI becomes democratized, concerns about copyright infringement and misuse of content are rising. Number 16. Continuous Threat Exposure Countermeasure, CTEM. CTEM tools enable organizations to continuously monitor and address vulnerabilities in real time. This proactive approach helps businesses stay ahead of cyber threats and comply with security standards. While CTEM systems are improving cybersecurity, managing them can be resource-intensive. Sectors like finance, healthcare, and government are adopting these tools to protect sensitive data. Number 17. AI Trust, Risk, and Security Management, AI TRISM. AI TRISM frameworks focus on building ethical and transparent AI systems by addressing risks related to bias, privacy, and accountability. In industries like healthcare, AI TRISM ensures that algorithms provide fair and accurate diagnoses, while in finance, it helps prevent discriminatory practices. However, achieving full transparency in complex AI systems remains a challenge. As AI adoption grows, AI TRISM frameworks will become critical for maintaining trust. Number 18. Platform Engineering. Platform engineering integrates cloud infrastructure, DevOps tools, and development platforms to streamline the software delivery process. This approach allows businesses to scale operations efficiently and deploy applications faster. However, implementing platform engineering solutions requires significant investment in infrastructure and expertise. As businesses prioritize agility and scalability, the demand for platform engineering tools is expected to rise. 19. Machine Customers. Machine customers are AI systems that can make autonomous purchasing decisions on behalf of businesses or individuals. These systems analyze data, predict needs, and place orders without human intervention. For example, AI-powered chatbots can reorder supplies for a company when stock runs low. While this trend improves efficiency, it raises concerns about control and accountability over automated processes. As companies explore this concept further, B2B and B2C transactions will increasingly rely on machine customers. Number 20. Augmented Connected Workforce. The augmented connected workforce leverages remote collaboration tools, AI insights, and wearable devices to enhance productivity. This trend is especially relevant in the era of hybrid work models where teams need to collaborate from different locations. Tools like Zoom and Microsoft Teams have become essential for communication, while wearable tech monitors worker health and safety. However, companies must balance employee privacy with performance tracking to avoid ethical concerns. The workforce management tools market is forecasted to grow to $9.3 billion by 2026. There you have it, the 20 game-changing technology trends shaping the future as we speak. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comments section below. For more interesting topics, make sure to watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.
These are the top 15 new technology trends that will shock the world soon. Not decades from now, but already breaking into reality as we speak. Let's jump straight into the countdown. Number 15. Swarm robotics and collective AI. Think of tiny drones moving together like ants, reacting, adapting, covering ground fast. In Budapest, researchers created a swarm of 100 autonomous drones capable of real-time collision avoidance using animal movement data. and they're scaling it to 5,000 drones in future trials. Globally, the swarm robotics market grew from about $1 billion in 2024, and it's expected to reach $1.3 billion by 2025, with projections approaching $9.4 billion by 2033. Real-world uses are emerging, from environmental monitoring of wildfires and pollution to precision agriculture and emergency response. This isn't just lab talk, it's happening. Stick around. The next one may hit even closer to home. Number 14, synthetic biology and programmable life. We're no longer editing genes. We're programming living systems as easily as software. Companies like Ginkgo Bioworks and Synthago are engineering microbes that create biofuels, biodegradable plastics, and even insulin. A startup spun out from Ginkgo Alonia raised $40 million to advance microbe-based solutions for wastewater cleanup and mining waste remediation. Meanwhile, another firm named Breaking is using synthetic biology to degrade plastic orders of magnitude faster than nature without harmful byproducts. This technology is moving fast. Labs are delivering real-world impact faster than ever. And by the way, I got something powerful coming up next. In 2025, more than 51% of companies are already using AI. Big players like Microsoft, Amazon, and Google have laid off thousands because of it. And get this, 40% of people fear AI will take their job this year. But here's something no one talks about. These same companies are also hiring. They want people who actually understand AI, who can use it, who can build with it. That's where the AI Mastermind comes in. It's a 2-day training happening this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, led by expert mentors. You get 16 hours of learning and 10 plus powerful AI tools. Normally, it's $895, but for AI Uncovered viewers, I've teamed up with Outskill, the world's largest AI education platform, to give away 1,000 free seats for the next 72 hours. That's nearly $900,000 in free training. Over the last year, 4 million people worldwide have already joined. Some walked away with promotions, salary bumps, and even AI startups pulling in thousands a month. And if you sign up now, you also unlock $5,000 in bonuses, a prompt Bible with 3,000 plus prompts, a roadmap to make money with AI, and your own personalized AI toolkit builder. Hit the link in the description to grab your seat before it's gone. And just so you know, this part of the video is sponsored by Outskill. Number 13. Nanozymes and next-gen nanotech. Nanozymes, artificial enzymes, are no longer lab curiosities. The global nanozyme market is raising from around USD 1.69 million in 2024 to an estimated $1.79 million in 2025, expected to hit USD 3.08 million by 2034 with a negative 6% CAGR. These tiny catalysts are being tested for ultra-fast disease diagnostics, especially cancers, plus environmental cleanup like oil spills, heavy metals, and pollutants. AI-driven design methods are accelerating the pace of discovery in 2025. From healthcare to environmental tech, nanozymes are transitioning from study to solution more quickly than ever before. Number 12, structural battery composites. Structural batteries merge strength and storage, turning the frame of a car into the power source itself. At Chalmers University, prototypes showed 1,000 charge cycles with minimal loss while being stiff enough to replace aluminum. Automakers are watching closely. Tesla already uses a structural pack in the Model Y, and researchers believe composites could cut EV weight by about 10%, boosting range. In 2024, Volvo and Airbus both announced pilot projects exploring structural batteries for lighter cars and aircraft, pointing to a future where vehicles carry power in their very bones. Number 11, wearable health and longevity tech. Wearables aren't just counting steps anymore. They're becoming personal health dashboards. The Oura Ring, for instance, added advanced features like pregnancy insights and perimenopause check-ins in 2025, giving users shareable trend reports for doctors. Meanwhile, sensor innovations like ultra-thin e-tattoos are showing promise in detecting fatigue or cognitive overload in pilots or operators. Still experimental, but under active R&D. These tools reflect a shift. Wearable tech is moving from fitness to predictive healthcare. Number 10. GLP-1. Drugs for Alzheimer's and beyond. GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy are moving beyond diabetes and weight loss. A phase 2 trial of liraglutide showed slower decline in early Alzheimer's, while semaglutide is in phase 3 with 3,700 patients. Early findings suggest reduced amyloid buildup and better brain metabolism. Analysts estimate a potential $15 billion annual market if successful. What began as diabetes drugs may become a frontline therapy against aging brains. Number 9. Space tech renaissance. The space economy hit $546 billion in 2024, projected to reach $737 billion by 2030. SpaceX has flown over 300 Falcon 9 missions, while NASA's Artemis aims for a crewed moon landing in 2026 with $93 billion in funding. Rocket Lab launches monthly, and China is planning a lunar base by 2030. Commercial space is no longer science fiction, it's business. Number 8. Autonomous vehicles and flying cars. Cities around the world are piloting autonomous taxis, and logistics providers are deploying self-driving trucks on controlled routes. Waymo logged 7.1 million driverless miles in 2023, while Baidu's Apollo Go surpassed 5 million robo-taxi rides in China. The autonomous vehicle market could hit $1.8 trillion by 2035. On the flying side, Volocopter flew public demos at the 2024 Paris Olympics, and Joby Aviation secured FAA approval for U.S. test flights. With 350-plus eVTOL prototypes worldwide, air taxis are lifting off. Number 7. Next-gen nuclear and fusion energy. In 2025, nuclear power is being reimagined. Dozens of small modular reactor, SMR designs are in development, with the first units already under construction in China, Russia, and Argentina. Governments in the US, Canada, and the UK are backing early models expected in the 2030s. At the same time, private fusion funding has climbed to nearly $10 billion. Helion has even broke ground on a plant aiming to supply power to Microsoft by 2028, while Commonwealth Fusion is racing toward its first arc reactor in the early 2030s. Number 6. Neuromorphic and analog AI chips. Most of today's AI runs on GPUs, powerful but power-hungry. Neuromorphic chips flip that on its head. They mimic how human neurons fire, enabling AI to process data with far less energy. Intel's Low-Hi 2 and IBM's True North are already proving it's possible to run complex AI workloads without the massive power draw. In 2025, startups are scaling this tech, aiming to bring brain-like efficiency to small devices. Imagine smartwatches or phones running advanced AI locally without the cloud. It's early, but the shock will come when AI moves from data sensors straight into your pocket. Number 5. Engineered living therapeutics. Medicine is shifting from pills and injections to something more radical, living organisms designed to work inside the body. These engineered microbes can detect cancers, deliver targeted drugs, or regulate immune responses. In 2025, over 30 engineered cell and microbial therapies are in clinical trials, including treatments for inflammatory bowel disease and rare cancers. Companies like Synlogic and Ceres Therapeutics are leading the way, with early data showing improved patient outcomes. Instead of only treating symptoms, these living medicines adapt in real time, potentially reshaping healthcare the way antibiotics did a century ago. Number 4. Bioprinting and organ regeneration. The global organ shortage remains dire. Over 100,000 patients in the U.S. alone are waiting for transplants in 2025, with thousands dying each year before one becomes available. Bioprinting could change that. Labs are already producing tissues, hearts, kidneys, even skin that function well enough for drug testing. In Sweden, researchers successfully implanted 3D printed cartilage in reconstructive surgery, while U.S. firms like United Therapeutics and Organovo are pushing toward bioprinted lungs and kidneys. We're not there yet, but the trajectory is clear. Tomorrow's donor list may be replaced by a printer queue. Number 3, climate engineering and geoengineering. Climate change feels unstoppable, but some researchers are testing ways to engineer the climate itself. Today, 19 direct air capture (DAC) plants operate worldwide, pulling just over 10,000 tons of CO2 a year, with 130 plus more in development. ClimaWorks' new Mammoth facility in Iceland is designed for 36,000 tons per year. Meanwhile, small-scale field tests explore solar radiation management, like cloud brightening. These approaches remain controversial, but as global emissions hit 37.4 billion tons in 2024, interest in geoengineering as a last-ditch stabilizer is rising. Number 2, quantum computing. Quantum machines are leaving the lab. In 2025, IBM's Condor became the first 1,121 qubit processor, while IonQ and Quantinuum push fault-tolerant error correction beyond 30 logical qubits. Google is testing error mitigation at scale. These systems won't replace classical computers, but target problems they can't touch, like drug discovery, cryptography, and supply chain optimization. With governments investing billions and the global quantum market projected to hit $7+ billion by 2027, the race is now about stability and scaling. Number 1, generative AI and autonomous AI agents. 2025 is the year AI stops just answering and starts acting. Tools like OpenAI's GPT-5, Anthropic's Claude 3.5, and xAl's Grok are evolving into autonomous agents, capable of researching, trading, booking, and managing workflows with minimal oversight. Venture funding in AI agents passed $2 billion in 2024, with startups like Cognition's Devon and Adept leading enterprise use cases. The real disruption isn't chat, it's automation at scale, reshaping industries from finance to customer service in real time. There you go. 15 new technologies that are already in motion and could soon reshape the world around us. And don't forget, the link in the description takes you straight to the AI Mastermind offer we mentioned earlier. If you made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks.
Amazon's new robot, Vulcan, doesn't look like a person or move like one.
This is the robotic gripper. This is the hand. These are paddles that can squeeze the item.
But it's doing a job that until now only people at Amazon could do, stowing thousands of items into bins.
Our hands are one of those most amazing parts of our bodies. And it's that physical intelligence, that physical AI that we're trying to give to the Vulcan robots.
While other robots rely on cameras, Vulcan is Amazon's first robot that's able to feel the items it touches, meaning it can handle way more items than past robots, choosing and placing them accurately.
So on a single shelf, you might be able to create a certain size space, maybe for a dog toy, but not for a basketball. The robot is doing that assessment.
So as Amazon empowers some of its 750,000 plus robots with more and more skills like ours, is Vulcan the robot that could finally eliminate the need for Amazon's human workforce?
There may be a reduction in workforce, but no, the workers will still be needed and the workers will be more efficient.
We went to Spokane, Washington to get the world's first look at Vulcan, fully in use on the warehouse floor, and ask its lead creator exactly how it works, why it's a game changer, and what's stopping robots from replacing all the people at Amazon warehouses like this one.
So the warehouse is 2.6 million square feet. It has 2,500 full and part-time employees.
Those employees are handling 3.5 million items every week here, with a lot of help from thousands of robots. Amazon says globally, robots help with 75% of all orders.
Amazon is one of the most advanced robot users in the world. Their robot warehouses are an astonishing thing.
There's some 5,000 robotic drive units here, ferrying packages around and tall yellow bins filled with items.
Instead of a human being going to get the product from the shelf comes to the human being.
Except for some drive units, most of Amazon's robots, including Vulcan, operate behind a fence.
To make sure that everyone around them is safe.
Robotic arms like Cardinal, Robin, and the newer Sparrow have been moving items and packages around in Amazon warehouses since 2021. But those primarily rely on cameras for detection and suction for grasp.
So we give the robot a sense of touch using a sensor that measures force in all 3 directions.
Aaron Parness spent 10 years developing robotics for space at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory before joining Amazon in 2019. Now he leads the team that developed Vulcan. When the idea first came up, he thought it was impossible.
There was a recent PhD graduate who was trying to get the robot to stow items into the fabric pods. My first impression was, oh, how naive. The real world is going to teach this new grad that robots can't do these things.
Then the team came up with the Gripper with a special sensor and some key movement capabilities.
Like sweeping the items to one side. And I had this pivot from, this is never going to work, to, oh my gosh, this is the future.
The final result, Vulcan, is a 3-part system. An employee puts an item from these yellow bins onto a conveyor, where it's picked up by the first part, a moving robotic structure called a gantry.
Which is a robot that moves horizontally and vertically. We'll take that bag of Skittles and put it into our buffer wall. It waits there until the robot makes a match. So the robot brain is looking for an opportunity where it can create enough space to put that bag of Skittles.
Next, it's picked up by this robotic round foam disc.
We affectionately call that the squash turner. So it reorients the item, kind of like it sounds. Things like books where you want the titles facing out, or things where you need to align it so that it'll fit in the space.
Finally, the item is picked up by the Gripper.
It has conveyor belts built in, and so the item feeds forward and backward. So the Gripper has a sense of force on its grasp axis as well. So we don't squeeze a bag of Skittles as strongly as we squeeze a physics textbook.
That precise amount of pressure and torque is determined by an AI-powered sensor. This is the sense of touch that until now, experts say hasn't been put into commercial use in robotics.
The other thing that's super cool here is this guy. It's an extended sort of spatula, and the force sensor, the thing that we're feeling the world, sits right behind here, right on that spatula.
This new ability to adjust pressure means Vulcan can handle up to 75% of the 1 million unique items in inventory here in Spokane. Amazon's Sparrow robotic arm can handle some 60% of items, while Robin and Cardinal only manipulate packages.
We're also using generative AI to predict how the items are going to move. So if I push on the t-shirt, is it going to compress? Versus if I push on the bowling ball.
Vulcan's final step, finding the perfect spot to stow the item, adds some major efficiency gains for Amazon.
One of the use cases we have for AI is predicting how much space we can make in a bin, and then taking the right item that maximizes the filling of that predicted space.
So a bit like Tetris.
It is a bit like Tetris.
There is one robot you won't see all over the warehouse floor. In 2023, Amazon announced Digit, a humanoid robot by Agility Robotics that it's testing to help organize and move totes. In 2024, CNBC saw Digit being tested, but it's a long way off from being deployed at scale.
These robots don't need to be limited by a human form. They could be better than us. So why not have wheels? And that's the question, is why are you putting legs on the thing? Why are you making it a humanoid form when there are better shapes?
Vulcan, meanwhile, is not at all humanoid.
Does Vulcan represent a moment where robotics have gone from gimmick to real-world application?
To me, it doesn't matter if the robot has legs or wheels or it's bolted to the floor. I think the thing that makes the robot useful is having that sense of touch so that it can interact in high contact and high clutter environments. That's the tipping point for me, and I think we're right there, and it's so exciting.
Amazon says Vulcan operates at about the same speed as a human for now, but it also doesn't need to rest.
We have downtime for maintenance and repairs and those kinds of things, but the robot is able to operate, 20 hours a day.
Which begs the question, why wouldn't Amazon replace all its workers with robots?
If you build a terribly complicated automated system, and it breaks, then everything stops. Taking out the last human is so expensive, it's so disruptive. It would be a huge investment and an enormous risk.
Instead, Amazon says Vulcan will create more jobs that are higher skilled, saying it spent more than $1.2 billion on free training to upskill 350,000 of its workers in the last 5 years.
The new jobs are going to be in maintaining and operating the robots, in installing and building the robots.
I think it will be an increase in more interesting jobs and a decrease in the dull, the dirty, and dangerous.
Humans and robotics will need to be working closely together.
In her 16 months at Amazon, Carrie Freitas-Hardy has moved from picking to working with the robots, helping when they run into issues.
It would be many decades off to have them just come in and take over. So at this point, it's more exciting, if you ask me, to see the growth potential, because that is where it does increase jobs on the backside.
Freitas-Hardy says she's not making more money in her new role. But Amazon does have a free mechatronics and robotics apprenticeship program, which it says typically leads to pay increases of about 40% in new roles like those at a fulfillment center in Louisiana.
There are 10 times more robots than you would find in a building like we're in today. They have the same 2,500 full-time, part-time workers that we have here, but 30% more of those jobs are high-skill technical jobs.
One reason Vulcan can't replace people is that it only handles items up to 8 pounds, and certain shapes like round objects are hard to manage. But it does move fast, which is why it'll remain behind this fence.
Because we want to go super fast at stowing items, the robot's moving quickly, and so it is much safer just to keep it behind a fence.
The robotic drive units on the floor with workers are controlled by QR codes and radio signals coming from special vests worn by workers like Freitas-Hardy, so they know to slow down and avoid her.
So our pods are moving at quite a little bit of a pace, and you do not want to get run into by a pod. It could drag you around the floor. So again, safety is key here.
In fact, one of Vulcan's key objectives is to improve worker safety by stowing and picking in the less ergonomic high and low shelves. Limiting workers to mid-height shelves, the so-called power zone, could lower the chance for worker injuries. Amazon has long struggled with injury rates far higher than those at other warehouses, although Amazon claims those rates have improved significantly.
It's all day long and repetitive motions. I'm up and down the ladder, I'm squatting, I'm lunging. I hurt my knee because I was personally doing some bad body mechanics. I know that as a picker, if I had an innovation like this where I could have stayed within my power zone, my days would have been just so much easier.
One of our key metrics we look at is safety. So what percentage of the stows is it doing to the top 3 or 4 rows where the employee would have to reach overhead? We have a plan for that metric to get to 100%.
The hardest part of doing this job, I would say, is the repetitiveness.
Stower Daniel DeMaio has been at Amazon more than 11 years.
I expect everything to be fully automated within 10 years. I mean, absolutely, the way technology is going, and it has to be because of customer demand, I'm sure.
But at least for now, experts say fully automated warehouses without humans aren't coming anytime soon.
We used to call them dark warehouses, dark factories. We don't tend to talk about those anymore. Humans are so flexible. There's so much that a human can do that now very much we think about how can I bring in robots without having to make my factory dark.
At one point, there were rumors of fully dark warehouses that were all automated, 24 hours a day. Is that still the future?
No, not at all. Like, I don't believe in 100% automation. If we had to get Vulcan to do 100% of the stows and picks, it would never happen.
So if jobs won't be eliminated, what is the big ROI for robots like Vulcan?
Product returns are incredibly high, and product returns are incredibly expensive. Some of them will be because the wrong thing was put in the box. And if you can reduce that, that's a real cost saving straight away.
For now, Vulcan is only in 2 warehouses, this one in Spokane and one in Hamburg, Germany, and it's processed about 500,000 orders. Existing robotic arms like Robin have sorted about 4 billion packages. Amazon wouldn't disclose how much it cost to develop Vulcan, but it says it took 3 years and a team that's grown to 250 people. Ann Parnes says Vulcan is a huge business opportunity.
But Vulcan can interact with the world in a more human-like manner, and that gives us a lot more process paths that we can use automation to bring down the cost that our customer pays and the speed with which we can deliver those products to our customers.
This is a grocery packing warehouse in the southeast of London. Folks have ordered their groceries online, and instead of people walking up and down the aisles of a traditional grocery store to pick up items, these little devices move more than 1 million items every day between them. Instead of trying to build machines that fit into a world designed for humans, this entire facility, the size of 7 football fields, is custom built to make this as efficient as possible. I cannot get across on camera just how incredibly large this whole place is. The top speed of those boxes is about 14 kilometers an hour, and they pass within 5 millimeters of each other when they move. So, how many robots are there in the hive? Well, that depends on how you count them.
What you're looking at behind me is the hive. We've got the grid, which is the metal structure. It's filled with products. So that product is housed within what we call totes, or these open boxes that you can see at the top of the grid. We have around 2,300 bots, and they move the stock around the warehouse so that we can pair it up with customer orders to be delivered. The bots will move in the X and Y direction. They can also move in the Z direction. So we have a cable hoist system that means that they can lower down a gripper assembly and grab onto the stock that we have in the grid. In some areas we have as deep as 21 totes all in a line. We have sensors underneath the bot that mean that every time it passes over one of the squares on the grid, it has a laser underneath it that can tell when it moves over that cell. So it will say, I've passed a cell, I've passed a cell, I've passed a cell. We have around 58,000 different types of individual products within the grid. We'll use the huge amounts of data that we gather to understand what customers are most likely to order and place them in the easiest to reach locations for bots. All of that combined means that we can have stock into the warehouse and out again from our suppliers into a delivery van in just 5 hours.
The robots deliver their crates over to the packing area. Some of that packing is done by humans, but there are mechanical arms as well. One of the big problems they've got to solve is that grocery packaging is designed for people, and the interactions between all the objects they deal with can be complicated.
Currently we're standing underneath the grid structure that we saw earlier. The robots that we saw are actually dropping off products to the station. Once they're dropped off, they become in control of the robot, and the robot decides how to pick them before the grid robot picks up the tote and takes it away again. There's 2 3D cameras above the totes, so it takes an image of the storage box before it picks from it, decides on the best grasp point, confirm that the product is correct, and then place it into a customer shopping. And it's doing all of that on live customer orders. We make sure that we don't mix something that was heavy with something that's soft. There are things that the robot can't pack, things such as very, very heavy, very large, or very fragile items, but there's a lot of range in between that.
It's fairly safe to call each individual packing arm a robot. Each one has a separate controller, and it has to make a lot of decisions in real time using cameras and sensors on each individual arm. But here in the hive, it's not quite as simple.
Controlling all of this is what we refer to as the hive mind, so this artificial intelligence system that controls everything. Once the stock comes in, from that exact point that it enters the system, the hive mind will track its every single movement. The hive mind will tell the bots exactly where they need to stop, but it is the bot's control system that allows it to follow a movement profile and stop exactly as the hive mind expects it to. There's just a 5 millimeter gap between bots, so that's both as they pass each other and if they stop next to a bot as well. This bot with the orange light may have experienced something within its sensors and all of those readings it's taking, that when it feeds that back to the hive mind, it's not quite what the hive mind was expecting, so it just brings it to a safe stop for investigation. We do have a number of grid operators that sit at the edge of the grid, and they're able to use our CCTV system that we have above the grid to look at exactly what's going on with that bot, and they can try and fix that remotely and send commands to the bot wirelessly.
The boundary between individual and group is a little blurry. Is a termite colony and a collection of individuals working together, or one big superorganism? Is the microbiome in your gut part of you? Because in the last couple of decades, scientists have started to work out that the bacteria in your digestive system produce and consume neurotransmitters that affect how you think. But most people wouldn't consider their gut bacteria to be part of them. We tend to ascribe intelligence and identity to things that act at roughly our scale. It's easy to look at the hive, see the moving boxes and go, okay, 2,000 robots. But with only one controller and the boxes just following the paths they're given, I'd say there's a good argument that that is one robot with 2,000 ways to interact with the world. Thank you so much to everyone here at Ocado. There is a link to them and more about their technology in the description.
Yeah.